guys, here today, Loren Aragon is here with me. He is a client of mine and just finished his 16-week fitness transformation program. And here today to share with us his experience. Loren actually is a super successful fashion designer turned from a mechanical engineer. So when he was an engineer, he actually is very successful and has his own patterns. And as a fashion designer, he collaborated with Disney World, and his dress and the fashion work actually is in display at the Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and in their permanent collection, which is super cool. And his work is also sang on Tony Award red carpet in 2019. So it's super fun to have him as a client, and super smart and a high achiever. So, Loren, to have you here, we will just talk about your experience in the program and see how did you do. So just a few simple questions. Before you start the program, tell us like what are the things you are struggling with and the things you are trying to improve.
With me, I think the biggest struggle I had was staying motivated to continue exercising. I would have motivation to get into it and do something good for myself, but I just felt like the rewards were taking a little too long. I would kind of stop after not seeing the results I wanted to see. And it was mostly diet as well. I come from a culture where we celebrate a lot with food, and that was really the hard part to really break, were those habits of just indulging in the foods that I love, and then finding motivation to keep what I had going. And I'm one of these people that's kind of gets bored with doing the same thing over and over. So I kind of struggled with building my own exercise routines that will keep me excited. And I mean, I have my favorites, some things that I love to do all the time when I work out, but I love variation. And I think with variation, you get to see different results in different parts of your body. But I just, that was probably the biggest thing, was just not being able to be motivated all the time and consistently.
Yes, definitely. So then you joined the program, and so what are the things you have implemented here that you find the success of?
Well, I think the first thing was coming from you. Actually, you really helped me find inspiration in what I was doing. I think being able to connect with you on a more personal level, to kind of weed out what was exactly wrong with, or I guess trying to figure out where I was losing my motivation, really helped. So
awesome.
Connecting on that level, and then implementing those ideas that you gave me, like especially with the one that stood out the most was, you're doing this for you, and you need to look at exercising and eating healthy as a reward for your body.
Yes.
So that has really stuck with me this time around, and I think that's probably the biggest motivation I've ever had to do it. So that, and then the exercise building that you gave me, like the program itself, just the way you structured it kept me excited.
Awesome.
Like I couldn't wait to do the next exercise, because it was
different,
amazing. Or it was something new. Yeah. So and along with it, as much as I didn't like some of the exercises, like that just by looking at them, actually doing them was something else. Like something else triggered, like, oh wow, this is different. I love it. Like the exercises I thought I would hate, I actually enjoy doing now.
That's awesome.
So it's and I love the challenge. And I think the thing with you was you understood how my mind works. It's it's an engineering brain.
Correct. And a smart brain.
Something I just can't get away from. So it's awesome that you figured out that I love trying to figure out how my body functions, or the mechanics of an exercise.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think that's what I like about the program, is that there's complex movement in some of the exercises that has me thinking, like, I need to straight up tighten a muscle here, and then do this
Mm-hmm.
do this exercise here, and just, you know, it's a mechanical thing that I had to figure out. So it was fun.
Yes, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that engineering system behind the same give you results too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk more about that. Like, and also I think it's the fun part, the reward for you. Like, what are the results you have seen for yourself?
Well, I think the biggest result was just the weight loss that I experienced. I
Mm-hmm.
started out at around 212, 215.
Uh-huh.
I think 215 was at the heaviest that I started before all this.
Mm-hmm.
And that week leading up, eating better, drinking more water, and just
Mm-hmm.
sticking to the routines helped enough that I saw huge losses in my weight
Yes.
immediately,
Mm-hmm.
almost
Mm-hmm.
within the first 2 weeks. And then
Awesome.
after that was
Yeah.
a consistency of
Mm-hmm.
about a pound to 2 pounds a week. And
Mm-hmm.
so from 212, and today finally broke 200. So 199.4. We'll get that on camera and recorded. And I'm just happy. And even just
Mm-hmm.
the progress, seeing it in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
coming off of my face, and seeing my body become more defined.
And your
Uh,
abs,
and the abs are showing. Yeah.
which we love.
Definitely, yeah, definitely losing a lot in the belly, and I think the core
Mhm.
exercises were great about that.
Mhm, definitely.
And just how we work together to maintain it all, even in the
Mhm,
times that I had trouble with schedule, or
mhm,
suffered minor injuries. We worked
mhm,
through that, and I was
definitely.
grateful that you gave me things
Yes.
that would help me along that too, to come over my knee pains, which we discovered just, you know, understanding
Mhm,
my body, that it was just tight muscles.
mhm,
Back problems that, you know, were alleviated with just simple stretching.
mhm,
That's what I want. That's really, I'm kind of a natural, or I believe a lot in natural healing.
definitely.
And just
Mhm,
coming from where I'm, my culture,
mhm,
you know, Native American, we
mhm,
believe in a lot of those things, that it's just a
mhm,
matter of a natural healing that needs to occur. So some days when my body wasn't feeling it, I just kind of felt, you know, I had to listen to my body also and say, it's probably telling me that I need to, you know, cool down for a little bit, because I did
mhm,
quite a few things heavily the last couple of days. So um, those types of things really came into play too, and it didn't hurt me. And that's another thing that I was afraid of. Like, if I miss a day, that I'm missing out on something.
yes, yes,
Those days where you don't do anything or do very minimal things, it does help. You heal. You're healing. You know, your body needs to rest too. So
definitely.
understanding that in this program really helped too.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that could be a common issue for high achievers because everybody's like go go go, working
Right.
hard all the time. Yeah, so like forget that recovery is equally important.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then I think another thing that one thing I was proud of is that because you were still able to enjoy the food you like, because I know it's very important for you, right? Like especially from the culture perspective, there are a lot of celebrations.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like I said, we come from a culture where we celebrate with food a lot, and just little things from birthdays to the holidays to our own special days that we have,
Hmm.
cultural days. And there's some days it gets, when it's consistent, like more than one day
Yes.
in a
Hmm.
row. And I always found myself in those situations to just indulge and binge eat, and eat whatever I wanted, and then feel guilty about it the next day, but really have no motivation to do anything. This program showed me that I could still enjoy those things, but with moderation. Sticking, knowing in my mind that, you know,
Hmm.
it's healthier to not overdo it,
Definitely.
because
Hmm.
then you feel like you're trying to struggle, you're trying to get out of a quick, you're trying to get out of quicksand almost, kind of. You struggle harder to try to get back out. I kept that in the back of my mind all the time. Every time I wanted to indulge in something, um, and I looked to those days or those times like that as rewards as well. So leading up to it, you know, I would definitely manage my diet really well, and then get to that point, eat but not overdo it, which was really cool. Like, I mean, that was for me, that took a lot of discipline. Usually I just let it all go.
Yeah.
But being on the diet plan as well really helped me discipline my mind, you know, like to not overdo anything. And I think even with the holidays that just passed, Thanksgiving, I didn't feel overly stuffed like I normally do.
I'm so
I
proud.
managed like the portions well enough that I felt full but not stuffed.
That's a fantastic. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Lauren, for your results because you worked really hard for it. You know, like you're
Thanks.
disciplined to stay with the program, which is really amazing. And it made me just so happy to see you're getting better. You know, and then it impacted your life, other perspectives, like really bad, not getting much better too. So
Yeah.
such a pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point too. I just want to add to that, that the things I learned in this program are definitely applicable to life. It's just your own schedule too.
Yeah.
So, you know, looking at myself, investing in myself first, and then that kind of
Yes.
helped me realize that I could invest to other things as well. My time is precious to me. That's my healthy time, but then there's other things that
Exactly.
need to be managed and kept healthy too outside of me, and that helped me kind of all around, just in the work that I do, with spending time with family. So it was a great learning process as well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I wonder, like, what would you say to the people who are sitting on the fence and trying to figure out and deciding if the program is right for them or not?
You know, I have to say that one of the biggest things that pushes you over that fence is being honest with yourself, like
Absolutely.
looking at yourself and just kind of definitely evaluating what's most important to you. You're going to find out that in the things you want to do, that you want to achieve in life, that it all comes back to you. Like if you're
Right.
not
Absolutely.
healthy enough to do those, to if you're not healthy enough, you may not be able to achieve those things that you want to achieve. And with
That's
me,
totally
that's
true.
exactly what I want to do. I want to see my work succeed. I want to see my work
Mm-hmm.
go beyond what I think I'm capable of, and I can't do that being in low energy levels like I used to be. I need this high energy level to really accomplish those things. And that's the other thing that came out of this too, was feeling good about myself after doing an exercise. I felt accomplished, and I could do other things to that level too. So it reflected into the work that I do outside of here.
Yeah, wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. And I love to see you get the body you want and get the life you want at the same time. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.